So what's the point of me posting expressions and making this website? Well, it's a long story, but I'll make it brief. I've been doing freelance translating for such a long time, and I've seen things. Problems that would always seem to happen. Despite me knowing Japanese at my level, there were always things I knew about being a foreigner to Japanese that would always be an issue, and that always came up in my work. Not knowing enough about certain areas in Japan, or the type of dialect that people speak, or even pop culture references. These are things that a foreigner struggles with to understand. So one day, it hit me. I should make a database of all the things I've learned about and document it. I can always go back to this database and review it with more information and better accuracy than I did the last time. So I made this website. Then the website turned into me helping people I've met either from work or throughout my day. They didn't have enough knowledge about living in Canada or about living in the Western world. I wanted to improve my database of Japanese information on my site, but then I realized a lot of the Japanese people that I met also could benefit from this site too, if I just left forms of reference for them to use. Also, it was more useful compared to me repeating the same answers in person when I didn't really have the time to explain. It made sense to just make this blog. Then the blog turned into, I can give people a better experience learning Japanese and English. I've had a ton of great experiences studying Japanese in the past, going to language exchanges with Japanese people and foreigners. So I decided I'm going to take all the best parts of a language exchange and do it. I'm going to make a community of people who are really serious about learning Japanese and English. In my work, I'd look up forums and dozens of sites to find references to new information. I had to confirm if it was right or not. But then I realized if I had serious language learners that pride themselves on collecting the correct information, it would become a lot easier for me to give more accurate and exceptional work to my peers and clients alike. I focus on expressions of Japanese and English because that's one of the biggest hurdles for any language learner. A lot of us don't know why we say the things we say because it happened to us in our culture. But when you know exactly where it came from and other foreigners finally find out, it's like we're all in the same group now. We are all now a part of something. Sometimes that expression came from a unique time or a silly commercial we all remember. That TV show with the catchy phrase that eventually became the inside joke of all time. There's also expressions that come uniquely from the city where they're born or the era those people came from. I think that's very interesting. And no matter what, at some point of time as a translator, I'm going to have to study these expressions or use them in daily conversation. So why not lean into encouraging other people to have the same curiosity to indulge in knowing more about this? If you are this type of person, join the study kin. You won't regret it. Let's make language learning a curious adventure.